Did you know there are some big differences between the rights of Australia's Aboriginal people and the rights of New Zealand's Maori people? I've just come back from New Zealand, or its Maori name, Aotearoa, where I spent time at the University of Auckland Law School researching Indigenous people. It's been really interesting. So, what are the big differences in the rights of Aboriginal people in Australia and Maori peoples in New Zealand? Well, firstly, they differ significantly due to the historical, legal and political factors. Here are the key differences. Treaty versus no treaty. Maori have the Treaty of Waitangi from 1840. It's a foundational document signed between the British Crown and Maori chiefs. Although its interpretation and implementation have been contested, it provides a legal basis for Maori rights and claims. Australia has no national treaty with its First Nations peoples. This has led to ongoing advocacy for a treaty or treaties at state and national levels. In terms of legal representation and political representation, Maori have guaranteed political representation, including dedicated Maori seats in Parliament and local councils. Maori also have formal partnerships with the government in areas such as health and education, while Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples have no dedicated political representation at the national level, although advocacy continues for increased recognition, including through a voice to Parliament which was rejected in the 2023 referendum. Land rights and settlements. For Maori people, the Waitangi Tribunal was established in 1975 to address breaches of the Treaty of Waitangi, leading to land settlements, financial compensation and cultural redress. Meanwhile, for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, land rights and native title exist, but are complex and often difficult to claim. The Native Title Act 1993 provides some recognition, but it requires proof of continuous connection to the land, which is difficult due to forced removals and dispossession. The Maori language is one of New Zealand's official languages, and there are strong efforts to revitalisation, including bilingual education and media. While Australia has no official Indigenous languages, and many have become endangered or extinct due to colonisation, there are efforts to preserve and revitalise languages, but support is inconsistent. Self-determination and governance. In New Zealand, Maori have greater self-determination, with Maori-controlled organisations managing health, education and business initiatives. For Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, while there are community-led organisations, government control over Indigenous affairs remains strong. The abolition of bodies like ATSIC, the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Commission in 2004, weakened national Indigenous representation. Treaty and truth-telling processes. For Maori, the Treaty of Waitangi has provided a legal mechanism for addressing past injustices, although issues remain. Meanwhile, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people look to the truth-telling processes such as Victoria's York Justice Commission. This is still an emerging system, and the reality is there's no national truth and reconciliation framework. In doing my research, I've also seen how the law school at the University of Auckland imagines different futures with Indigenous rights. See this poster hanging in the law school? Another interesting note, in New Zealand they celebrate Captain Cook and his treatment of Maori, while in Australia it is looked down upon. But the reality is, in Australia we need to do better for First Nations people, and we have a lot to learn from New Zealand. Thanks for watching Paint It Blak with me, Emma Garlett.